Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting in a Fan. Happy Sunday to all of you. Today is Sunday, May 6th, 2018, and the time is approximately 12:17 p.m. I wanted to take a few moments to do a quick little video where I show you some of the tarot decks and some of the oracle card decks that I'm going to use at the Notions and Potions Psychic Fair at Chill Wine Bar in Beacon, New York this Saturday, May 12th, 2018 from 12 to 6 p.m. And I also want to acknowledge Notions and Potions for becoming my newest YouTube channel subscriber. Yay! But first, of course, before anything else, some Café Bustelo. It's been a while since I've had Café Bustelo on screen. I've been making it a very Gemini way. I've been adding two different kinds of sugar. I've been adding a little bit of white sugar and a little bit of dark brown sugar. And I've also been adding a little bit of light cream and a little bit of hazelnut non-dairy creamer, courtesy of Coffee Mate. And of course, in my Spirit of the Bear mug. Honey, coffee at Chez Robert is the shit! Coffee lovers need to come to my home. No, what I need to do is open up a cafe. Yes, I do, but that's well into the future. Anyway, before anything else, I need to acknowledge that this is one of those rare, raw, unedited videos, meaning that it's not as pretty and polished as my usual videos. Frankly, my awesome audiovisual person has been working like a dog. And frankly, you know, there are times when he needs to take care of himself. Physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And as much as I love what he does for my YouTube videos, the fact of the matter is that he really wasn't available to do what I needed him to do, you know, so that this video could be up and live and running before I send the final reminder email about both the Psychic Fair and my upcoming Divine Prosperity simulcast event. So don't hate him. No hate for him, because he is amazing and I love what he does and I'm very happy with what he does. Anyway, so first of all, it has become one of my personal favorite practices to have this when I give readings at public venues, especially psychic fairs. So let me show you the back, and this is the front. I love this. I absolutely love this. And it's so funny because, well, first of all, one of my favorite people on the planet, Swan of Dreamers, gave this to me. I think she gave this to me as a birthday gift. And I shared with her that when I first began watching Peanuts cartoons on TV, I used to love how Lucy would have that display that read "The Doctor is in." So, you know, mine would say the psychic is in. But I love that it says the witch is in, because I am a moon magic witch. And, you know, my business cards do read Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch. So that's going to be accompanying me. That's going to be on my table at Chill Wine Bar this Saturday. So that's number one. So I'm going to show you some of the tarot decks and some of the oracle card decks. The full list will be on the accompanying blog post. And I want to tell you, you know, I think that I went a little bit overboard in which ones I'm going to bring, because my medicine bag is only just so large. So there may be some that do not make the trip, but we'll find out. So many of you know that I'm a cat lover, that I love cats. I have 3 cats. So, and of course, some people that practice the art and craft of the wise refer to themselves as pagans. So I'm going to bring the Tarot of the Pagan Cats. This is one of my personal favorite feline-themed decks, one of my personal favorite Los Scarabeo decks, and I love the imagery and the artwork. Now, I'm going to show you some of the decks that do not have boxes anymore. This is one of the incredibly gorgeous items from Wild Child Creations. The living goddess behind Wild Child Creations created this as a way of giving oneself a 3 to 4 card reading on the go. So, speaking of paganism, a very decidedly pagan themed tarot deck, the Robin Wood Tarot by Robin Wood. This is the back of the card design. This is the gorgeous High Priestess drawing down the power and the magic of the full moon. I love this deck. This has been one of my personal favorite tarot decks for years and years and years. And I'm actually feeling led to give myself a copy just for me. I've been feeling that for a while. I just haven't really made the time to do that. And then one of my other favorite tarot decks, especially since now I know what it's called, is the Adrian Tarot, and another Wild Child Creations tarot bag, by the way. So I love this deck because, well, for several reasons. Number one, I love the use of sacred geometry. Let me bring this a little bit closer. So I love the use of sacred geometry on all the cards. You know, if you look close, you see all of these sacred geometric designs on the cards. And, you know, not to mention the fact that on the back of the card design, you have, again, sacred geometry at play. This is such a gorgeous deck. And Adrian Coeli, I believe that's the pronunciation of his last name. And, you know, I've always had a thing about not using a deck without knowing about it. Now, of course, there are some people that use decks, have no clue what they're called, who published them, when they were published, who created it, who illustrated it, and it works for them. It doesn't work for me. I really feel, in fact, it was funny because this was a tarot deck that I was being strongly divinely guided to use again for readings, and I honestly could not remember the name of it until until an Instagram post from a few months ago. So I was very happy about that. Now, those are just some of the tarot decks. Now I'm going to show you a few of the oracle card decks, and two of them are what I call hybrid decks, meaning that they are in essence an oracle card deck, but they're based on tarot. But first, one of my personal favorite goddess-themed oracle card decks, Goddess Guidance Oracle Cards by Doreen Virtue. Yes, I am well aware of the fact that Doreen Virtue has renounced tarot, renounced mediumship. She's become a born-again Christian. She has publicly stated that her time as a quote-unquote New Age metaphysical author and speaker was a phase she was going through. But it doesn't change my divine guidance. I love the energy of this goddess-themed oracle card deck. I love the imagery. I love the whole thing. And this is a very special deck, and I'll tell you why. So, in some of my previous videos, I've talked about somebody that really was somebody that I held in high esteem, and I still do. Her name was Phyllis Rhoda Weprin. She was, among other things, heavily involved in the theater. She was a published author. She was a writer, and she was also a certified Voyager Tarot consultant. In fact, she actually received her certification directly from Dr. James Wanless, who created the Voyager Tarot. And this was her copy of the deck. In fact, not only was this her copy of this deck, it was the one that I gave her as a birthday gift. And for the longest time, I did not use this deck. Strangely enough, I could not find my copy for clients, because I have two other copies of this deck. I have one that is for my exclusive use, and I have another that I use with professional clients, meaning paying clients. The fact of the matter is that this is the copy that I received technically as an inheritance after she died, and she had never opened it. It was brand spanking new. In fact, I don't even think that I've done what I normally do. No, I haven't, to prepare my deck. So I know I need to do that between now and this Friday. So I love the fact that there's going to be a piece of her essence accompanying me and being with me during this psychic fair. So I'm very happy to be reconnecting with this deck. I've loved this deck for even from the first time I saw it. I was like, I love that deck. It just remains one of my personal favorite goddess-themed oracle card decks, and quite frankly, it's one of my top 3 personal favorites. Okay, so as some of you may recall, one of my other recent videos, I showed you collectively, some of the tarot and oracle card decks that I received as belated holiday and belated birthday gifts. And one of them is the Black Moon Astrology cards by Susan Shepard. I'm definitely going to be using this for readings at the Psychic Fair, at the Notions and Potions Psychic Fair at Chill Wine Bar this Saturday. And the reading is going to be really deep with this one. I mean, this is a really, really, really deep deck. So I'm going to dive right in. And of course, it's no coincidence that the Psychic Fair is taking place during what I call the Black Moon Tides, which are the 3 days or the 3 nights before the new moon. So I really feel that although anybody can have a reading at any time during a lunar month, there's something especially potent and powerful having a reading during the last 3 days before the new moon, or the last 3 days of the waning moon phase before the date of the new moon. So I'm really excited about this. And given Honeybee Priestess's recent comments on one of my newest videos, I'm going to bring the Crystal Mandala Oracle created by Alana Fairchild. I've been really connecting with this deck very deeply. And I also want to publicly acknowledge Honeybee Priestess yet again for giving me the opportunity to review Alana Fairchild's book, Crystal Goddesses 888, which has led me to actually want to purchase all 3 books in the Crystal Spirituality series, including Crystal Masters 444 and Crystal Angels 333. Or am I mixing those 2 master numbers? If I am, I apologize. I've publicly stated and privately stated that I love Alana Fairchild. I love her works. I really resonate with all of her works. And it's so funny because I have a feeling, I could be wrong about this, but I have a feeling that at some point I will own every oracle card deck that she's created. There's something about her energy and there's something about everything she does that really works with me and for me. And when it comes to her works, whether it's her books, her CDs, her oracle card decks, I just want to dive right in. So, and it's so funny because that's not a phrase that I use that often. I mean, I'm not, I'm not somebody that has received medals or awards in swimming. So, dive right in is a very, it's a very watery phrase. And frankly, I have very few planets in water signs. So, dive right in is not something that is not a phrase that I normally use. But lately, it's been coming out of my mouth a lot more. So I'm definitely using this oracle card deck for readings as well. Those readings are going to be super trippy. Super trippy. I'm telling you right now. And in case you're wondering, I'm not bringing, nor was I divinely guided to bring every deck that I received as a belated holiday gift and belated birthday gift this year. I'm certainly not bringing the Dreams of Gaia tarot by Raven Phelan. As much as I love it, that's a hell of a powerful deck, and I've talked about that in my previous video about it. But yeah, if I were to bring that deck, that would just, it might, shake up Beacon, literally. So, I love John Holland, and I love his Psychic Tarot Oracle deck, and I love his Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle deck. My readings with this deck, with these decks, especially this one, are super channeled. It looks like, on the surface, it looks like this deck is for romantic relationship readings, and yes, it is, but my experiences with tarot and oracle card decks that are primarily designed for relationship readings, especially romantic relationship readings, they are supremely channeled. I mean, I'm actually getting a throbbing in my third eye just talking about this deck. And thinking about the Tarot of Love by Marcia Perry, which I'm not going to be using. But I actually stopped using that deck for a while, simply because every reading I conducted, the client was very frustrated because nothing was coming out about their romantic life, about their romantic relationships, about their marriages. It was just all of these channeled messages that were even a little too woo-woo for me. Like woo-woo, really woo-woo. And seriously, I might use this deck, I might not, I don't know. I'll have to see how things go, but it is a really, really amazing experience for me. And keep in mind that at that time, when I used the Tarot of Love by Marcia Perry, I was very down on romantic relationships. Now that I'm not at all down on romantic relationships and how I actually want everybody on the planet to have a divine romance, I've noticed that I still feel that. Like even placing this on my heart chakra, I feel this whoosh of energy that would have me deliver a very deep channeled message. But if I do that now, then this video is going to be more than 2 hours long, and since I'm recording it using my webcam, there is no limit as to how long this video could be. But given and looking at the time that's elapsed so far, I wanted this video to be under 10 minutes. So much for that. Anyway, but I am going to wrap this up because I have things to do. And specifically, I have laundry to hang up in my bedroom clothing closet and to place in my new sets of dresser drawers. And, that's important. I need to do that. But in the meantime, if any of you have any questions about any of the decks that I've shown you in this video, by all means, please feel free to submit a comment in the video, submit a comment in the accompanying blog post. I'm very excited to know that one of my newest favorite people on the planet, who has been sharing my videos and blog posts on all the social media platforms she uses, which makes me incredibly happy and honors me beyond immensely. I mean, when I found that out, I was just like, and I found it out by accident. Somebody actually showed me, and I was just like, oh, so cool, so nice, so sweet, I'm so happy. I forgot my train of thought. Yeah, see, just talking about those channeled readings is like, yes, if any of you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. And of course, if you have not already subscribed to the YouTube channel of yours truly, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting on a Fan. I know the fans are not on right now. I actually closed the windows, it was a bit cold. Then by all means make sure you subscribe, and make sure that you click or tap the bell. That way you will receive a notification informing you that I've uploaded a new video, and you may wish to periodically recheck, re-click, and re-tap the bell so that you can continue to make sure that you receive notifications as to when I upload a new video. And of course, if you are interested in having a reading with me, or either a reading or oh, okay, I know how to do this. See, I get talking about channeled readings, man. I'm telling you. I mean, seriously. Okay. Ground and center. Okay. So, if you have not already scheduled a reading with me, or a private metaphysical class, or an energy healing treatment, whether it is at Ripley Greer's Studios, or at Catland, or by phone, or by Skype, I highly recommend you do so. I have a feeling that between the Psychic Fair at the Notions and Potions Psychic Fair at Chill Wine Bar in Beacon, New York this Saturday, May 12th, and my upcoming Divine Prosperity simulcast event on Tuesday, May 15th, 2018, I'm going to start booking up really fast. And as it stands right now, my availability for the rest of May has dwindled considerably since my last video. I still have some, but it's not as much as it was a week ago, something like that. And I'm starting to book up in June, which does not surprise me. And I might start booking up in July, especially in the next few days. So schedule as soon as you can, and by all means ask the goddesses, the ascended masters, and the angels to bring you everything you need to avail yourselves of my psychic services. The money, the time, the transportation, the childcare, the everything you need. The everything you need. Leave nothing unasked. Anyway, thank you, YouTube, for honoring who I am and what I do. I wish all of you many blessings. I wish all of you so much joy, so many riches, so much success, so many successes, and a beautiful day, a lovely week, and a wondrous weekend after that. Thank you.